Hey y'all, welcome. I'm Bohemia with Bohemian Stars and Ocean Heart Readings. So we're getting back to pre-recording a few videos. We're on the live every day with the Kiki with Heey, so check that out. You can send in to get live readings, and we always have pick-a-cards there, general pick-a-cards and different tarot kind of games and stuff, and Kiki and talking around. So yes, but I'm trying to get back into recording a few videos because Scorpio season is just, it's just downloading me so much that I'm like, I have to get some of these readings out. So this one, as the title probably says, is why doesn't your spirit crew help you? Okay, sometimes we're like, hello, higher forces, okay, ethers. Look, creatures from the ethers, okay. No, but for real, like, divinity, where are you? Okay, creator, whatever is your higher power, where are you? Like, I need some love, I need some support. Do you hear me, earth? Do you hear me, stars? Right? And we just feel a little star-crossed, we feel a little forgotten or blocked or something of that nature. So when those events happen, and currently with whatever it is that's not moving forward, like, why is your spirit crew not helping you? Okay, what's going on? They gotta have reasons, so we're gonna let them talk and let us know in this reading. Okay, we're gonna hold some space. Hopefully they don't get too sassy, too jazzy with us, but if they need be, we're gonna keep it honest, keep it 100 here. We have Amethyst for group A, we have Merlinite for group B, blue Calcite for group C, and blue lace agate for group D. All right, so go ahead and pick, and I will catch you on your timestamp. Let me put these crystals up. Okay, so Amethyst, if you chose group A, why is not your spirit crew helping you? Okay, what's going on? So let's pull out first some of our big index cards. We have Afro and we have Jupiter. So, okay. So for those of you who could be practicing a spirituality, like, basically I want to be very blunt. If you are not black and you're practicing magic that is, or spirituality that is for black people, that could be it. Okay, that could be a problem. If you are black and you are not practicing black magic, okay, right, reclaim it. Yes, we do. We're not practicing that good old dark melanated magic, okay, or spiritual path. Is a problem. Okay, we have Jupiter here. So Jupiter is the ruler of Sagittarius as well as Pisces. While we do have that collective spiritual energy, people be using that to try to go appropriate a bunch of stuff and all this, right? And Sagittarius and Gemini axis is that the axis of that, dealing with appropriation, or needing to find our roots and needing to know how to honor other cultures without going and massacring them and stealing all of their stuff, right? Or colonizing them. So there could be some decolonization that needs to happen here, but it could be the crown chakra energy also. Okay, you could be having so many different people's spirituality, so many different beings you're trying to connect with, so many different just, it's almost like, I don't know what works, let me take some of this, let me rub some let's rub this on and that on and that on, like when someone's just trying too much perfume at the mall and you're just like, oh my gosh, calm down, woo, right? It's almost like that. It's just like so many things that your crown chakra is just bringing out, this and that. And it's like, okay, the ones that are for you can't even come through, can't even be heard, okay, because of all this other that's very much convoluted it. So let's look in further as well. We have Book of Shadows, which says secret, and Scrying Mirror, which says shadow. So the Scrying Mirror, you're like, I'm trying, but look, the Scrying Mirror gives me the shadows, the Book of Shadows gives me a secret. So I feel like some of the things are not written. You could have some lost traditions in your family. There could have been things that were intentionally not known. I also feel like you guys are people who work directly with the ethers themselves the best, okay? We always want to acknowledge our ancestors, but I feel like just connecting to your universal, like, creation source energy is very important for you guys, okay? And I feel like, again, there's this bit of like, ooh, shiny over here, ooh, shiny over there. Oh, they got something from Krishna, let me go over there. Oh, they got something from Aphrodite, let me go over there. And not just sitting and finding your true connection, doing true, scrying, true deep meditation with yourself to find your own secrets, to know your own soul, instead of being like, oh, I think I imagined that I have this spirit animal of blah blah blah, and you're not even First Nations, okay? It's not even your thing, or whatever. So it's like trying to find your authenticity in yourself, and reclamation being very important, and your spirits being like, okay, we don't know about what you're doing over here, okay? You got all these other it's like you're telling your grandma, why don't you come sit on the couch with me, and they're like, who are these people in the house? You're over here having a house party, how am I supposed to sit on the couch? Okay. Let's see what else we got. For songs, yes, because the song you got, Who Is She to You? Oh no, they snapped, y'all, from Brandy, okay? So in this song, she is talking about her dude, like, eyeballing someone else. And she's like, I'm sitting right here, like, who is she to you? Don't lie to me. Who is she to you? My eyes can see something going on between you two. I think you better let me know, that's for sure, okay? So they said, don't even think about calling me crazy. You peeped that lady. So some of your, your ancestral spirits, your spirits and deities that are of your soul path, of your heritage, of your, they're just like, what are you doing out here? Like, who are you talking to? Like, you don't even know these people out here, these spirits. You just calling in anybody, okay? And you need to do some deeper work, okay? So that's why we're not coming through for you, because you ain't talking to us. You over here side eyeing so-and-so over there in the ice cream shop. You're over here like no one else can have a deity. You think it's meant, oh, I saw them, so it's meant for me. It's a sign. Let me go take them. You're like somebody who tries, like no one can take you on a date because you get up and start asking for everyone else's number. Well, I saw them and they were cute, so it must be meant to be, and off you go. They're like, hello, we were trying to connect. What is this, speed dating? I don't know. What's going on? So that's how your spirit crew feels. We have Trap Queen, okay? So they're like, we don't care if it's messy at first. We don't care if you don't know exactly what to do. We want to be real with you, okay? We need to be up in the kitchen, up in the cut with you, okay? Connecting with you. And we understand it's going to be a learning process, but we're not going to start revealing all these secrets. All right, y'all, Mercury retrograde. Let's hope I don't get cut off for the bajillionth time. We're uploading and swiping memory and stuff, but yeah, so your spirit crew feels like you've been cheating on them, okay? There's this devastating crater. You don't want to give them their dues, their offerings. Even if you are acknowledging them, you might be mixing up other people's beliefs and stuff on your altar. You could be selling or giving away what should be closed ceremonies for your people. You could be abusing the sacred medicines or traditions or rituals, and this is a learning process because we do have to decolonize from the programming of the established colonizers and the eradication of our spiritual paths in the name of, a lot of, most areas have at least 1, 2, 3 prominent religions that were imposed on them, things of that nature. So, we're aware of this, but they're saying, look, you have the ability to find this knowledge. Jupiter rules higher education as well as spirituality, but you want to keep using these spiritual concepts to, bypass us, to act like you can just get out here and dabble and do whatever you want, to disrespect, medicines, not find out how to properly use them. And I am getting that feeling some of you just want to run right to having like a magical shop or whatever, and you're not even learning the traditions of the medicine. You're not even making sure things are blessed right, grown right, used correctly, only used by who they should be used by. Information's only, passed down in the way that it needs to be, and just feeling like, nope, I just want to pull this out the library, I want to use this how I want to. Oh well, who cares, right? Just it's been very disrespectful, okay? And they're like, no, not our descendant, okay? We're not gonna bless you up and protect you from stuff that comes back at you, because then you're gonna say, oh, see, I'm right, and keep skipping around abusing sacred medicines and thinking that these other people's gods or whatever are doing this for you, if we don't allow you to have some kind of pushback so you understand, okay? And over here, they'd be a little humorous. I know you probably do not think it's funny, and I understand. But they have the alien card here, Strange Planet card says, "Strike me, young being, one more time." They're doing karaoke. Hit me, baby, one more time, basically. So they do. They'll say, "Fine, we just will find the humor in it. Sing a little 'Hit me, baby, one more time' when something comes and gets your little butt because you don't want to authentically connect with us. You want to be afraid. You want to be scary, or you just want the power right away." When I teach, I teach divination, all forms of it and stuff, and I teach magical courses. I teach a lot of things, and I will always start people on divination because very quickly you'll see who just wants the power and who has no respect for spiritual things, because they'll get very frustrated and they won't want to stop and commune with spirit. They won't want to train themselves. They won't want to learn, magical language and stuff, and they'll just be like, "I want to do the spells, rah, rah, rah," right? And they'll just try to go, and they'll just start dabbling and just throwing spells and curses and stuff around, right? So your spirit crew's like, "No, like we're not dealing with that." We have the Fool reversed. And y'all, I was like in the zone, just shuffle these really quickly from all these different decks. We have like 4 different tarot decks, but it's still a very cohesive message. We have the Mambo of Water, the 6 of Wands, Temperance reverse. That's what I've been saying, Temperance reverse, this appropriation stuff and not respecting your own traditions. We have Ecstasy, because they say you just want to be out here, Fool reverse, Ecstasy card. You just want to be out here just like, it reminds me of people who like new age community and stuff. They feel like if they just go out to the desert on some stolen occupied land, in Arizona or whatever, and drop acid or appropriate peyote or ayahuasca or whatever, now they're woke and they're spiritual and they can claim they were a native in a past life and they can do all this because I'm one, and spirit, I can do whatever I want because I'm a spiritual being. And they're just like, no, there are it's a marathon down here. You're on the earth plane. You have to respect like where these spirits were born from, the peoples they chose to come through, the ceremonies that the plants and the crystals themselves taught these peoples. You need to respect yours, okay? And you're not doing that, and it makes us mad. Like we're not happy about it because we know you have talent and skill, and you're so busy trying to prove, well, I got gifts and this and that, that some of you could be misusing. And I've had this where, I didn't know better yet sometimes in my decolonizing to not teach certain people certain things that should have been closed ceremony. And they didn't care because they just wanted to take so they could use and appropriate, right? And abuse. So some of you have had that, and Spirit's saying, don't do that anymore, baby, okay? Keep it closed. If it's not for them, it's for us, by us, keep it that way, okay? Keep that private. Honor our sacred times, okay? Reconnect to our land, our spirituality, and how our spiritual practices have grown as our peoples have changed around the world, but not this abusive stuff, not this this intermeshed just mush that we're calling unity when really it's a shit stew, okay? Because they're saying it's not doing it. And there's a lot of disrespect that's happening within all those parameters that you're not learning. You're not doing the spiritual education to break down and to understand why, where, and how, okay? You need to know your histories. You need to know your different practices. You need to know traditional herbs, medicine, spiritual, prayers, chants, whatever aspect of the spectrum you're on that you're tuning into spiritually. You need to know what the energy is you're really messing with, but you don't want to hear all that. That's not the treasure and the sparkle. You just want to say, oh, sparkle, over there, someone got a result. Ooh, let me go, right? Ooh, this tarot deck had this creature in it, had this deity. So that's me now too. Yep, that's my tradition. It came from the stars. Yep, that's the being I am, right? And so they're just like, come on now, you ain't got to prove that you're psychic and you're powerful. We've been told you that. We know that you're our descendant, okay? But if you want to make this, if you want to actually make some spiritual gains, if you actually want to achieve, and obviously you do, because this is your reading. They're coming on strong, so I'm going to give it to you strong, but they're saying there needs to be more done, okay? And it needs to be authentic. It needs to be tearing down. This is down to the ethers, okay? We got the scrying mirror, the shadows, right down to the book of shadows, the secret stuff. They have it there for you to find out. They might literally have certain journals and things of that nature and ceremonies that they would lead you to if they could trust you with them, and if they felt that you would appreciate them accurately, instead of just trying to spin it. Look, Neptune's and Pisces, everyone wants to be a psychic, make a shop, sell a bunch of stuff real quick, right? everybody wants to trend on hoodoo and indigenous this and that. So they're saying, and reclaim it in a good way. Okay, reclaim your stuff in a good way. Don't give it away to those who don't deserve it. Don't be trying to mix up our stuff with stuff that ain't our stuff and make us tolerate it and bless it and put it on our altars and in our faces. Is mad disrespectful. So let's pull some charms and see what else. Anything else? Some of y'all done clicked off. Let's see. For group Amethyst. Any other information here as to why you don't step into them? We got a cauldron here of charms. Ooh, this right here, this is honey calcite. That, for me, it reminds me of Oshun. When you offer her something, you have to offer it correctly. So there's a little period of time when we're doing, I'm looking for your charm that fell, when we're doing spiritual offerings for spirits, that they'll give us a little leeway because we don't know yet. And after a while they say, look, I looked up and saw it, W-A-K. They say, whack. This is whack. Okay? No, it sucks. This is whack. We ain't taking this anymore. Okay? They say you should know better. You should know better. You should know better. You should know better. And so, okay, they're letting me know to pull from a drink of charm for you guys. So I'm going to get those out over here. I have a whole bag of like 70 of them. Excuse me. Oh. They just threw them out. Okay. They said, we got it. Let us pull them. We got 3 of them come out. Okay, so yes, they're saying the love is here. This is a heart chakra dice, but it's coming out blocked. Okay. Also, they're not the spirit that's haunting you in a negative way. Some of you, they're coming here with fertility. They're coming here with open heart. They will block your love life. So if that's been happening, surprise, they said we got the key to it. You wanted to get better? Get right with us, okay? This glory that you're wanting on the physical plane, y'all want to be influencers, y'all want to be famous, y'all want to be having all this glory, you better get right with us, okay? Because if you think that we won't throw a monkey wrench in that when you're over there trying to get it from some other spiritual force that ain't for you, we will, okay? They said there's goals here, okay? We have these goals and successes here. We want you to get grounded. We want you to do it right and know how to respect these ceremonies and know how to offer things to us. Know what you're doing, okay? We got lavender. They want you to be at peace with your spiritual self, and you're never going to be at peace at yourself if you're mixing all of this stuff. This isn't saying if you're a mixed person and you're, bringing in, which everyone's mixed to some extent, right? And you're bringing in stuff from your different nations, your different, we're not talking about that. We're talking about stuff that does not belong to you, okay? Whew. Okay, so here we go. Let's go ahead and look at your charms. Okay, so the charms that you have, we have Iban. Excuse my tongue if I mispronounce any. This is part of reclamation, right? Is learning our ancestral words and things. So this is about having it's love, it's safety, it's security. You got the blades of the warrior over here as well. So it's like basically like, yes, you have fierce spirit crew, you have fierce ancestors. They're so fiery, they're so passionate, they're defensive. They're like, yes, we will gatekeep our shit, and yes, we will throw out what's not for us, okay? But it's because we are a shield of love for you. We have so much love and protection. And they also gave the drink of rune that is the joining of hearts, okay? The coming together of hearts. So I just want to make sure you can see all of them. So together they're saying, like, we're fierce because we love fierce, okay? We're warrior hearts for sure. And we're not going to just be putting any old thing out here for you to connect with. We're not going to be lying to you, okay? We ain't never lied to you. We're going to be having your back. So please listen to us. Please understand that this message comes from love. It was a lot to chew, but we are just so protective, and we would rather not have to just sit here and try to humor ourselves as you go through difficulties. We would rather, see you succeed and be truly connected to us, be in agreement, be in unity together. And and be at peace here, okay? And then we can roll this dice and get something other than some little difficulty, a little wonky setback here that's coming up in love. Some of you have names that start with S. You could have names that start with K, W, or A, or the spirits, deities, spirit crew, ancestors, loved ones past that are coming through in this. Could be W, A, S, or K names. We also have ask, okay? Ask us, connect with us while following these other steps, and you'll see what we can do for you, okay? And we'll tell you also what you can do for us, okay? So that is what I'm seeing. I hope this was helpful. I'm also seeing D and P initials as well. Okay, I hope this was helpful for you. I trust that it was, even if it was a tough message. As you are, okay? Come as you are, authentically and ready to shed and transform with these ancestors, okay? Oops, I'll just put these terms in here. So that is what I'm seeing. I hope y'all will like the video, share some love for the energy exchange, share the video, that would be great. And we'll talk to you again soon on another one, okay? Bye now. Okay, so got those over here. Let's go ahead, get ready over here for number, or letter B. Let's put it over here. Ooh. B. Which one was B? I don't remember the order, guys. I think it was Merlinite. If not, I'll have to switch it in the editing. Merlinite. If you chose Merlinite, why doesn't your spirit crew show up for you? What is going on, okay, that they are not showing up? Let's start with the big index cards. No, not lip. Y'all don't give them lip to you. Okay. We have OnlyFans, so this could be something to have to do with that. We do not discriminate against sex work or any type of empowerment, but there can be some times where something is not for us and for our spirit. So you guys could be trying to just keep up on some trends and make quick bucks and stuff, and they feel like that's not you. You're not really listening to us. You're doing something that for you could be harmful or does not actually feel empowering. It can also be that they're letting you know that they operate with OnlyFans, okay? So you ain't really a fan of them like that. You just giving them lip service, okay? You don't really care about them like that, and they ain't fooled. They say, oh, you just pretending to do our little chants because you want us. Look, they say we sweep that up. We sweep up those ends. You got the broom over here, clearance. Look, they said, ooh, not the clearance service, y'all. No, you over here just giving lip service, clearance service. They said, do you know how powerful we are? Like, do you know who we are? You understand that we had whole ceremonies, we had temples, and any deity you connect with, any ancestor, there's such rich heritage and practices that go with that. And you're like, they're like, do you know what we had put in to be who we are? Do you know what we're deserving of? And nowadays people feel like, oh, here's a little here's a little tarot card I found that I think represents you, and it's oh, here's a little Isis card, and she's on here, skinny white chick. Oh, look at Isis, I honor you, give me stuff, right? And they're just like, what is this? What is the OnlyFans? You need to pay me before you come over here, all right? We got Prisoner of Azkaban. Literally, some of these spirits, because of colonization, because of different things, have been lost. They've been downtrodden. They've been, emaciated. And they're like, and we come out and you trying to give us these little crumbs and asking us to do all this powerful work for you. All right, do they want to connect with you? Do they want to be de-villainized and to show you the truth and to have this beautiful relationship? Absolutely. But at the same time, you got to pay respects, okay? They can't be out here just starved, just ignored, and misused or misrepresented, okay? So that's actually a very good example, because in Prisoner of Azkaban, Sirius Black, spoiler alert, is made out to be the villain. He's actually Harry Potter's grandfather. Godfather, and then he needs to get healthy again. He needs to be able to get back to his powerful self and be able to be fighting these forces that had taken him down for a time. So there's a big reclamation energy there. Okay, we have Lyra, the lyre, an instrument. So some of them are like, you don't play our music, you don't call us in properly, you don't, where is that? Where's the knowledge? Queen of Spades. You don't listen to other real priestesses, because some of you say, well, nope, I just want this to be for everyone, or nope, I don't want to have to go through initiation and this and that. So you just disregard everything. You act like everything's noise. You only listen to what you feel like you want to be harmonious, melodious messages. And they're like, we're sitting here like, did I open my mouth? I'm pretty sure I did. I'm pretty sure I just told you how to approach me and how to connect with me. But you went on some little forum. Can I just do it my way and ignore this and just, oh, I can? Oh, random, old girl 247 said, yep, screw that. Just throw them an orange. And so they're like, okay, throw you an orange. Give me my man. And this deity sitting here like, I just clairaudiently told your ass, you heard me. You heard me. You how to approach me. Clean your altar off, right? Get yourself together. So they just feel like, look, they said juiciest. I'm the juiciest baby around. I got 999 men knocking around my door because they got to have sweet now. They say you need to understand how high quality we are, how in demand we are, how, precious we are, and what being connected to us means. Some of you would approach like, Beyonce or Prince or whoever, enter someone that you appreciate their gifts and their skill set. It could be a neurologist or something too, you would approach them with more respect than you approach the spirit world. And they're just like, who is you? You ever see like on like basketball players or something, there'll be people from the crowd that will yell rude stuff to them or demanding stuff and then be like, here, can I have your autograph? Because they want to go sell it for all this money or whatever. And you'll just see sometimes they'll do it, but then sometimes they're just looking at them like, no, you can't have my autograph. Like, you are so rude. Like, you're just so entitled. So your spirit crew can feel like you will be entitled. You want your hair to be on fleek, your body, you want everything to be gorgeous and juicy and perfect, but you don't want to help them be reclaimed. You don't want to listen to their love language, basically, how to connect with them, how to honor them, what their pathways are. It's a problem. Empire. Ooh, they said some of y'all colonized, okay? Some of y'all. And yes, this is going to, if you're watching through the video, these themes are going to come up a lot because this is what's real in the spirit world, which is why we're dealing with it in the physical world, okay? It said like the empires in the world collide, we are united or something, right? But we know a lot of the empires actually have fallen. A lot of spiritual forces have again been masqueraded, have been augmented, have been stolen and represented incorrectly in other cultures. So they're saying you might be going with the establishment, okay? And here we have blood. They're saying no, we're here through connecting through flesh and blood to you because we honor you so much and we're caring, whether this is your guides, whether this is angelic forces, whether this is deities, creators, whoever it is, ancestors. Like, that's a lot for the spiritual world to communicate through flesh and blood. And it's like trying to communicate through thick walls, trying to get a Wi-Fi signal on a submarine, And they're like, you don't understand, like, our experiences we've had in the physical world and what we've, tried to help through these ages, through all these, like, chaotic empires and all this going on, what we're doing in this matrix. And you can't approach us respectfully and you can't be real with us. Like, that's a problem for us, okay? We got Heat Blaster. This is the Strange Planet cards. It says that the heat level was too great and they burnt what was in the skillet. All right, so some of you are just impatient, or you be talking too slick again, or you just will disregard and try to use other people's advice above what the spirit world says to you. You don't follow your cleansings, your baths, the ceremonial protocols, things of that nature, okay? So that's what they're talking about. Let's look at some of the tarot here. We have a lot of them. We have Two of Wands again. See, because some of you say, well, free will, I can do what I want. It reminds me of ceremonial practices in very serious situations too, for like protecting, when we're on movements for Black and Indigenous causes and stuff. And there will be people that are like, well, I'm a new age, I'm a hippie, whatever, and they'll come in and they'll just disrespect all the protocols, and they'll feel like, well, I don't want to listen to you because I'm a free person, I'm a free thinker, and this and that, and or I'm empowered feminine or whatever. So they just want to do whatever they want and just like walk over all of these concepts, but then take the power and try to get their feathers or this or that, right, that they're stealing from here and there. So we can be free will, that's fine. We can choose, okay, I don't want to really listen to all the spiritual guidance and stuff, but then we can't be over here claiming we walk in their paths and trying to get them to come through and bless and co-sign things for us and open up doorways and etc. You see what we're saying here? because it's like you're asking them to do work. We have the day trader, and again, your spirit crews really don't seem to like being asked to accommodate the matrix. This is a very specific thing for you guys, because they're talking about empires, and we have the stock market here. They want you to be successful. We have gains, okay? But that, like, you connecting with them just to use them for your gains, they are not feeling that whatsoever, okay, at all. They're like, basically, we feel like you gold digging us, like you trying to marry us, connect with us just to divorce us and take our money. And you don't even care what it took for us to get here, like what it took for us to build up this energy, be who we are. You don't respect our power, you just want it, okay? We have the Sun card. Four of Pentacles again. They really feel like you gold. They literally, they're in a wedding. I didn't even see that. They're in a wedding gown, and now she's just taking over the town. She's like Bridezilla and just stealing all the wealth of the town, just trying to eat. So they're like, we feel like that's what you're doing to us. You don't want to offer anything. Eight of Swords. They say you ain't scared of us. You ain't scared, but you wanting what you want without commitment, without any respect, without insight. You know, you don't want to be real with us. You don't want to be honest with us about who you really are, what your passions are, what you're trying to accomplish. Like, you think we don't know. Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles. So wow, I did not look at these before. Very cohesive message. So your spirit crew, look, they're saying until you give us some money. Could they help you quantum leaps forward? Oh hell yes, they could work this realm. We got the grasshopper there. That is major luck advancing forward. Okay, they know how to create all this. Look at all those, there's all these little children coming out of the Sun card. But they're saying the way this is going and just trying to use us for this way, like we're not about that agreement. They're very present in the physical world. Some of them had been physical beings and then transitioned into godhood or deityhood, or again, they had temples, they had places they were respected, they had, you know, millennia of ancestor connectivity, of being recognized and called in as ancestors and as spirit guides who have lives both here on the physical plane and in the spirit world. And they're like, and you think that we don't know when you're being disingenuous with us? Like, all right, so go and be about that free will then, okay? Let's see what charms they have. Any more you can tell us about group B, Merlinite, and well, let's just say Merlinite because I don't remember the order. About Merlinite and why you don't come through for them sometimes. That are culture and charms. Okay. They want you to talk truthful with them. They want you to build a relationship, a connectivity to them, to understand how they work here in the matrix and the physical world, to understand what it takes for them to touch down, the exchange. So like, where's our ancestor money? Where's our, where's the physicality of representing us, of honoring us in your day-to-day life? Where's the like, you have to build up energy, like a landing pad for us in the physical world. Maybe some of you are too embarrassed to rep, your spiritual beliefs in a physical way. Yeah, they're saying our history, like, what are you doing to protect our sacred places? What are you doing to reclaim us and find us and honor who we truly are? All right, who we truly are, not how people are painting us now that they want to use us. Okay. For some of you, this spirit, some of the spirits coming through could be on like money or something, or again be very misrepresented. They could be someone like a set who's totally been skinned alive, or like maybe some of you are connecting with Jesus and angels and stuff. They're not represented at all authentically to who they were, how they looked, what they were represented, and they're like, what are you doing to reclaim that? Okay, they would love to be lighthearted. They would love to come through with their whimsical powers and be able to travel through the ethers with you and show you all this stuff so excellently. But they're saying we need, that's a partnership, that's a friendship. And if we can't even talk business and you can't be straight with us about how you want to utilize us, like, they would respect it more if you came in and you were like, look, I just need a business deal. I need to hire you for a job. right? I can give you some money in payment. And unfortunately, that's what a lot of spirits, when you're like, well, this person isn't even that race or whatever, and they connect with this spirit, it's because some spirits, to stay alive, right, to be reclaimed when they're under the rebels of empires and they've been disrespected and all their ceremonies have gone and their blood lineages have been destroyed or, harmed and stuff, in order to stay alive, they will do that to even still be around to connect with us. That's what they have to go through. They have to be so humble like that, in order to, so they'll take these energetic traits, but that doesn't mean they're bought, or that those practitioners who are distorting them, it's like when you have to hustle, right? Sometimes spirits even have to hustle in the matrix, and that's not a good look. And they're saying we're so powerful, we should have friendship, we should be taking over this realm, we should have these healthy partnerships that are strong and in a good vibration, not tainted and distorted from our original purpose, not augmented like this. They're showing emotional bonding here with you, wanting you to fly and have success and power in your own right, and teach you how to elevate and level up spiritually, teach you how to travel these levels. There could be an M name. Some of you, maybe you're trying to connect to, I do feel like some of you, you're really feeling things from, I don't even want to say the Christian path, because I feel like that's the distorted version of what Yeshua, was here for, and his whole storyline and everything. But some of you could have been connecting to Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene. We have double M's over here. Some of you, that's not your connection at all, but there's a lot of M's. Even these look like M's. So it could be something tied to M, like Mount Moriah is coming up. But it could be ancestors. It could be, a whole bunch of different names here. And so they're talking about true reclamation. We do have blood again. So I don't teach appropriation. We do have, what are your blood ancestors, connecting to them in a good way. Okay. They want you to have communication, throat chakra with them. Let them lead. And when you have something where you're like, well, this is what I want, this is what I need in my life, you're being authentic with them and leading with truth about what it is that you want, so that you guys can reveal these hidden things. You can start these new beginnings. You can have an authentic relationship together. Okay? Yes, they have very, very beautiful energy here. Different types of moonstone. A regular and a rainbow moonstone coming through. Again, they're like travel together, travel together, travel together. Everything's doubles here. So they're not here just everything. They really want to have a healthy partnership. They just don't want the disrespect, okay? It's like when you want to marry someone, but you don't want them to marry you just to steal your house from you. You're like, dang, I thought we was in love. Like, I thought you actually cared. I thought you actually wanted to change things in this realm. I thought you actually want to have respect for each other, okay? So that's what your spirit crew is saying. I hope that was helpful for you. Please go ahead and hit the like. I know these messages are tough. I expected with the content, and my frustration is what led me to feel like, you know what, I'm going to do a reading about this for everybody, so we can see, yeah, why don't you show up sometimes? Okay, what's the reason? What's the causes? Okay, and let them speak a little bit. So, yes, let me know how this is going for you, receiving these messages down below. Share some love. If you're here in a good way, hit the subscribe button, and shout out to all of our subscribers. Thank you so much for being in the fam, okay? And we'll talk to you next time. Bye. All right, if you chose blue calcite, let's see. Why doesn't your spirit crew help you sometimes? Why aren't they showing up? What's their reasons? They got reasons, y'all. They're really intense with their reasons so far. So let's see. Speaking of group 4, group C's cards are ready to go. I'm going to start with some my big index cards. We have strawberry and supporting. Some of you don't support true, healthy, feminine energy, okay? And this is not gender, and that could be part of it. Some of you might claim that you support feminine rights and you're exclusive. You don't support transgender women, you don't support maybe young girls, you only support like white feminism, you only support, you might say that you're here for helping feminine energy, but you're not, supporting everyone actually being healthy. Stop projecting negative energy. So there's a reclamation. Do you honor and help with bringing attention to murdered and missing Indigenous women, okay, things of that nature. So some of you are claiming to be all about this, like, oh, we're perfect because we're the divine feminine or whatever, or we honor the divine feminine, and we're trying to get rid of the patriarchy, but you're not really doing anything to support, okay, and to be that good vibration, to heal that vibration within yourself, okay? So it's a problem for your spirit crew. They're not happy about that. We have ritual invocation, and we have herbal kitchen alchemy. So some of you in your journey to get what you want in things, you might enter certain rituals that do not serve you. They don't have anything to do with your spiritual path, or ones that aren't done correctly. They're not done in the proper traditions. In this case, we're not talking about where you're trying to reclaim your traditions and you're doing the best you can at the moment. This is where you might be mixing things. You might be doing traditions that are complete disrespect because your people shouldn't even be doing them, because of how you obtain that knowledge, things of that nature. This could be where it's also motive, though. I feel like it's a big thing with motive. There's this facade that they're talking about here where it's like, oh yeah, we're so spiritual and we're doing these things to be super nice and all of this, but underneath, that's not the heart of it, okay? The heart of it has some other motive that's going on, and they feel that, okay? So they're asking for more authenticity. We have Draco, the dragon here, 9 of Spades. You guys could be you're the dragon. Yeah, it's like a sleeping dragon kind of energy. All right. This really reminds me of, in the spiritual community, other YouTubers and stuff, when people act like they want to connect because they pretend that they're all about like making a good collective and having like, oh, this co-ed or co-op and stuff. Co-ed, oh my God. Co-op and things like that. And then it is something else. There is something kind of like a predatory underneath, or other motives that they're hiding. And they feel like there's some kind of prestige or attention or power that they can grasp utilizing these spiritual concepts that they're not being honest about, okay? And in the end, they're like, well, I don't care. It's like, part of me doesn't care that maybe these spiritual tools weren't gotten in the best way, or the spiritual information wasn't gotten in the best way, because I need my power glow up, okay? And they feel that discordant energy in your ritual, and it throws everything off because vibrations just echo louder and louder, and they trickle out into other things, okay? Let's see what else we have. The movie we have is My Neighbor Totoro, okay? So yes, and here the kids learn about respecting the plants. They learn about respecting the nature spirits, and the nature spirits even start helping them with like their mom who is sick, and helping them when they're going through just human, pain and sadness and things. They learn to, really respect the spirits and see when the spirits will allow them to have their space and when they can come to help and things of that nature. Some of you overlook the small blessings. In there, they're giving acorns, and they're so excited about it. The spirit thanks them for something they did to help by giving them these acorns to start their own little forest. And so some of you, again, you're using all these tools. Oh, look at me, I'm using this magic. I've seen certain witches like that who they have a lot of knowledge, and they're not like, oh, they're just a horrible person, right? But they just will say, I don't care about that. I don't care about the environment, whatever. I do what I want to, work my magic, whatever. So your spirit crew is not like that. You have a very natural, you can have a lot of nature spirits, okay? Spirits that have been connected to practices that, with your tradition, are something like similar to something that would be druid, but not appropriating that if it's not your culture. But things like that, truly shamanic energy is being connected to the earth. You can't work shamanic medicine and stuff of any tradition. That's kind of a catch-all term, but you can't do that without respecting the earth, knowing the energy bodies of people, understanding how the smallest little change in our energy field or in our ritual affects our own spirits and the spirits of the people we're working with. And if you're not acknowledging that, then you're not truly healing. We have subterranean homosagalian. So some of you want too much to be detached from this earth. You want to just claim some star story or, whatever it is, and be like, oh, I don't belong here. And you kind of are disrespectful to the earth. You're disrespectful to the land in that way. And you kind of blame, like you're throwing bad energy on the earth by acting like the earth is the problem. Oh, I hate this plane, things of that nature, okay? Literally of that nature. What we have found here by LMI. So it's like they feel like they found you and showed you mysteries of this. Because in this, she said, in the madness of this world, I'm glad that I found you. When my heart don't seem to work, it's you I turn to. It gets hard out here. Put your arms right here. You don't have to say a word. I'm glad I found you. So your spirit crew feels like we bring you so close and we try to hold you so tenderly. Some of you, you've even been on the edge and felt like, okay, I'm just gonna leave this plane. And it's like, no matter what we do, you don't respect us. Like, we have saved you. For you guys, some of the other groups got lectured, but they're like, we have been there for you when it's been serious illness, when it's been you about to check out early, okay, can we say it that way? When there's been and we're there with you and you don't see it, you don't understand that we've been supporting you, we've been looking out for you, we've been trying to heal these vibrations, we've been trying to teach you that is why we need you to respect and understand where the truth of medicines and magic and prayers and manifestations and stuff. Because if you do something wrong, it's not like the movies where it's like, oh, you're haunted, now you're evil's gonna get you. It's more like you disturb things in your own life, or consequences you don't always foresee. So here's a good example. We have Oldest Liquid. This is from the Strange Planet cards. Sorry, the traffic's loud out there. It says, this was made by stepping on fruit orbs. It said, innovative. So just like grapes naturally, through certain processes go into wine, certain spiritual processes will give you certain results. Okay? And wow, so loud. Mercury retrograde, guys, when I'm recording this. So just like there's a difference between wine that's well made and sour juice, okay? Old, nasty, rotten sour juice. There's a difference between good ritual spirituality and sometimes feeling a little dissociative from this planet and plane, and being on some BS where we curse this realm, curse this plane, curse the earth, pretend that we're a higher vibe than it, pretend that we belong in some other dimension and there we would be perfect, pretend that we're so healed and we're glorious, divine, this and that, when we're not really living that, okay? You have Strega. Some of you, if you are from Italian heritage, this could be Italian witchery is what that is. But whatever is your tradition, they're like, you are a real witch. You're called here for a time to be present and to do works for yourself and in your community. You can't sit all high and mighty. You can't sit here and abuse the medicines of this earth, or be disrespectful of rituals, or just be hodgepodge and stuff out here, okay? It's like a dragon that's like, I don't care, I don't like this planet, so I'm just gonna huff and puff everywhere, right? It's that chaotic. Imagine if there was a dragon around, just every time it was mad, just blowing out some flames. Like, that's what it's like when you guys aren't controlling yourself like you should be spiritually, and training yourself and honing your gifts and respecting your spirit crew, okay? So let's look at the tarot. We have a lot of different tarot. I didn't look at these ahead of time. We got like 4 different decks. We have King of Pentacles reversed. We have the Emperor reversed. Okay, y'all don't like authority, first of all. King of Swords reversed. We have the Hermit. You feel like, I don't tell me what to do. I'll do it myself. I do what I want. We have the Five of Wands reversed. Ace of Pentacles reversed. We got the Earth cards here from the Animal deck. Queen of Cups and the Fool reversed. There is again that energy of dabbling. If you chose more than one group, one of the other groups also had the Fool reversed, and another group also had the theme of empires and kind of the physical world and monetary things. So some of you swing. You might have picked multiple options. You swing between these other energies where part of you feels angry and like, well, I should be able to have all this finance and money and abundance and this and that, and I don't get that, so leave me alone, I'll just do it myself, and it, you just feel like you're gonna talk some smack or something, and, well, where's my blessings? I don't have everything I want here, so screw this realm, is how you're feeling. and like by incarnation. All right, and then the next moment it's like, oh my gosh, you have those moments where you connect to everything and you're like, oh my gosh, it's so beautiful, the nature, the dragonflies, my spirit, soul, life, right? But I feel like more than not lately it's been it's been a lot. And it's not that the world isn't harsh or that you're wrong for feeling that way, but I think with you guys, there's an overindulgence, a self-indulgence, kind of four cupsy energy here with the Hermit and the Queen of Cups here, where it's like, well, I don't have to do anything for the world or for the physical world, for the spiritual world. I don't have to grow any more than just grabbing this knowledge for myself, because this world sucks, so who cares, right? And so they're saying you're way more powerful than that, okay? They don't even block your path, okay? They really don't block your path. They just don't give you big yeses for certain things, because they're like, you wouldn't either use the power right. They are concerned about how y'all use power, okay? They are. They're like, if we lift you up in certain places, you could be misguiding others, or you could be someone who would really lose yourself if you were to get a ton of wealth or a ton of knowledge, even though you are a knowledge seeker, because you're just not always in the best place spiritually, okay? And feeling whole in yourself, and you have this kind of bitterness and this resentful energy that's underneath, and you don't fully respect spiritual things. So in those moments, and you probably know that, like when you're in your good vibe, you're like, yeah, I need to work on these qualities so that I can be ready to receive blessings, right? But when you're in that streak and you feel angry and you're just like, I don't care, screw this, right? You dip into that energy, okay? So they're wanting you to have to really watch out to the ceremonies you create, both in a human way, whether that's where you share your finances, the groups and clubs and stuff that you support, online or not, fandoms and stuff like that, and spiritually when you're doing an actual ceremony, what you're paying attention to. They want you to respectfully ask for their help and their guidance and listen to them, okay? Dragon, if you work dragon energy, it will teach you. They don't like when you just call them and you just ignore. So spirits that have that kind of energy, or who have connections to dragons, fiery beings, guardians and stuff, they really don't play that. They're like, if you ask us, you better listen when we come through. You better let us help direct the ceremonies. You better have respect, because it's like, how are you going to have a ceremony and be doing spiritual stuff that connects with the elements and with the cardinal directions and all this, and then you don't actually even but you hate this realm? It makes no sense. You can't have one post where you're like, this world sucks, everything's crap, and hate this and hate that and hate that, and then the next one be like, oh, I'm so enlightened because my elements and my astrology, right? So you have to separate what this matrix has done, what the empires have done, and kind of deal with the part of yourself that still is mad and wants to play that game and be in that rat race. And like, they're like, you got to pick a side, okay? You need to either, we're going to get rid of strife and create a new realm and reclaim this planet and be on some higher vibe stuff here and do this work so you can be successful and protected, but in a good way, in a good ritual, in a good energy, doing this spiritual alchemy. Or you just gonna say, screw spirituality, you just gonna go and dive into this shady stuff that all these people that you don't like, that you see in the world doing bad things, that they do. You can't be playing both. You can't be over here like, man, maybe I'll just low key, do some shady stuff so I can get famous. But then I want to be a medicine healer. Like, so some of you just still, spirit, this reading will call out the finest little bits of ourselves, because you're caring enough to ask and to trust the reading and to, sit here. So they're letting you know, this is when we pull back. This is when we don't show up for you. This is when we let you get the clap back and the little karma and the reprimands of being off in your energy when we feel you coming. And then you might get mad. You go and sulk. You say, fine, I'm not doing this. I'm not talking to that Orisha. I'm not talking to that ancestor no more, right? They said, no, we expect more of you, because you're powerful, okay? You're a natural witch. You're a natural spiritual practitioner. You're here on the earth for a reason. You're not hoity-toity above it. This earth is a beautiful, can you imagine being so high vibe spiritually that you can let these beings come and incarnate on you? Disrespecting the earth and saying that she is low vibration is disgusting, okay? That is so disrespectful. All right. And the same for ourselves, for our bodies, for our, our physical existence. So y'all have to reclaim that. Okay. Some of you, again, have had tough journeys in your bodies. Allow yourself to heal, to see the sacred, the sacredness of the physical realm. Okay, study the earth realm more. Be more respectful to plants, to spiritual medicines. Definitely don't be out here just collecting rituals, okay, from different places. Oh, I heard so and so did this ritual, they got famous, so let me just no, let's not do that. Watch who you do rituals with, because you can energy merge and mesh with them. Okay, things like that. That will help you with the sensitive side of yourself. Okay. But also they want you to take responsibility. No more, I'm an empath, I'm so sensitive and I must be perfect and be the nice one in this situation, and it's okay if I just project on everyone and I just keep doing all of this, but low key I'm really trying to get power and become YouTube famous, whatever. They're like, okay, no, we see you. Let's clean all this out, then we can get healed, and then we can get all this, awesome success and stuff and be empowered. But you got things to do here. All right, you're meant to help this realm. You're meant to be present. You're meant to have this spiritual responsibility, and fine wine. You're meant to age well. Okay, so a strawberry wine, maybe we got strawberry here. You're definitely meant to truly support the whole divine feminine spectrum in a real way, not in a BS way. Okay. All right, so that's what I'm seeing for you guys. Oh wait, you know what? We did not pull charms. Okay, wait, come back. I heard 3. Some of you already clicked off. We have our cauldron of charms here. Yeah. Ooh, cauldron of charms. Let's see, for group C with the blue calcite, please let us know any further messages for group C. Okay. Some of you connected to Buddha, if that is of your traditions. We have that emotional pull, partnership energy. We have the letter M being very prominent. That also showed up in one of our other reads. Sorry about this. We have, see, they're saying bring it to the table. Be honest. Some of you watched the red table. You at least heard of that. They're saying, look, here's the table. Come and be honest with us. Cleanse yourself, okay? Make friendship energy with your spiritual forces. Watch who you're friends with. Watch what you're joining your collective spirituality and energy with. And again, it's not in a way where you're saying, oh, that was bad vibration. That doesn't feel good to my emotions. It poked me a little bit. I didn't feel the best vibrations from the way you conducted this reading. Therefore, you are low vibrational and I was in the 5D. No. Look, y'all, they're not talking about that. They're saying be real. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. I'm hearing that song, okay? So bring it to the table. Let people truly be who they are, and just truly take off the facade. Take off the facade, okay? So you can find out who you are. Stop tone policing and all this. Get to the real true of your spirit, of your heart. Let the spirit world interact with you authentically. Okay? Let healers be who they are authentically. Listen to, the boundaries, the wants, the connectivity, so then you can find true offerings. You can find I feel like some of you want, kind of a coven. You want to not feel alone in things, but it's like your spirit crew is also watching you, because they're saying, okay, well, if we're telling you you have to be safe about who you interact with spiritually, the same is true for you. If you're not healthy spiritually, we're not just going to keep letting you go over to these healthy people's group and then you throw off all their manifestation, all their magical workings. You're throwing off their energy and you're bringing the chaotic low vibe to other people, right? And again, no, don't try it. Don't try to, oh, you said I might be low vibe. Let me just go. I'm going to go. Oh, it hurts so much. I'm such an empath that just crushed me. Now I'm just my feelings. I'm water dominant. Don't try it, y'all. They're saying, get out of that crap. Pull yourself out, hook, line, and sinker, from playing that card. I'm so sensitive, so now I get to crumble and not grow. Now I'm oh my gosh, my sensitivities. Okay, that's a Libra thing too. It's a big Libra thing, right? It's part of what's going on in the realm. I'm so sensitive. I can't look at the fact that people are being, murdered and hurt and this and this and that. But I'm above it all, and I'm better than it, right? I'm pure. So they're like, look at reality, look at yourself, be honest, okay? So we can bring you healthy people to connect with. We can help you learn your ceremonies and your traditions better. You can be in a healthy collective conscious mindset. You can have a healthy sense of emotional boundaries and spiritual boundaries, which a lot of you, like, that's the problem here. There's not a healthy spiritual boundaries, and we can put you in beautiful places that you can flourish in good partnerships. And it will just be such a better look, okay, for you. And everything can be more equal spiritually, okay? So that's what I'm seeing for this group number 3. Thanks for coming back, y'all, for those of you who heard the charms. All right, for group D with the blue calcite. Why doesn't your spirit crew help you sometimes? This is the intense reading for the real ones who want to know, because we be getting frustrated sometimes, okay? We just, you didn't even show up for me, spirit crew, this and that. They said, oh, you want to talk some smack. Look, your spirit crew isn't even addressing you directly. They're talking to me. They said they clueless. They clueless, okay? They just out here just talking smack or whatever. Band. You're just tagging along the bandwagon, okay? Or you're saying, I'm with the band, look, this is my ancestors I'm from, but you might not be paying respect. Kind of like that one cousin who was always drifting around getting into trouble, but then they want to join in when something cool's going on in the family and they don't even care. You're just like, oh, now you're my cousin. Okay. Look, ooh, they're coming for it. Ooh, watch out. Look. It says hex and banishment. Look at that finger pointing. Your spirit crew is pointing the finger. They said, you, okay? You banish us. Earth, grounding. They say you're the one who tells us to get the heck out of here. You're the one who you don't want to hear, okay? If we're going against what everyone else has said, okay? You've done a poll on YouTube that told you it was okay to do such and such and such and such, all right? And you've asked all your friends and they said this was cool. So when we come and we say, actually, let us give you some guidance, you say, out, get away, spirits. You're scaring me, spooking me. I know what to do. I'm a human. You don't understand me, right? And you banish them away. Or you're like, I'm confused. Banish them away. And they said, this ain't us, okay? 5 of Pentacles. They're serious. They say, you send us away. You act like we're here to harm you. This is the Lynx. 5 of Diamonds, okay? And then you blame us for it. We got Fornax, the Furnace, 2 of Clubs, okay? They say your own free will gets you in the hot seat, okay? Not that you shouldn't enact it, but because you get so hard-headed, you want to break ground the way you want to do. You want to point the finger at us. You want to say, banish, get out. Some of you might not even realize, because they say you're clueless, some of you don't even realize it's your spirit crew trying to help you. You just feel something in the house or something. You feel something and you forgot you just asked prayers and asked them to come in and put protection around you or something. So here they come. Oh, you asked me to come put some protection. And you come in, get out of here. I rebuke you. You sitting there trying to splash some Florida water on them or something. And they're just like, oh my God, out, stop. They can't hurt me, but I'm good. What? I'm good. You can't smudge me out. What? You just told me, fine, you know what? I'm gonna head out. Like, gee, like, you just asked me to come in and put some protection around your house. I guess I won't be fixing your love life tonight. I was gonna have old boy call you. Goodbye. We have Avatar Book of Water for your film, okay? You guys got multiple cards here. So for you guys, yes, they feel like we get this card a lot on this channel because I feel like a lot of people are learning their emotional and spiritual boundaries. And in this one, most of the tribe can't waterbend, but Katara still can, and her brother find the avatar, the airbender, okay, the last of their kind. And she knows intuitively, I need to help you, like, you're good people. So they're like, you need to work on your discernment, because you think that you have a lot of discernment and you're very powerful. You be slinging them magic hands here and there and everywhere, but then you end up like, wait, where's my crops? Because you zapped away every shadow of everything that was trying to grow in your life. You just zap, zap, zap. Oh no, I think someone's trying to get me. Y'all be paranoid, okay? Your third eye could be overly stimulated to the point that it gets blocked, fogged, whatever, okay? So you need to work on that. Some of you are so intuitive about certain things that you can't see other things clearly. and you just be misplacing your energies. We have Black Star by Radiohead. They say you try to blame everything. Look, I feel called out. Water signs, we do this for sure. They say you try to blame everything. Blame it on the black star. Blame it on the falling sky. Blame it on the satellite is what they say in the song. Call My Name by Prince. Okay, y'all could also be air signs. We have Libra, Gemini here. We have Earth. We have fire. Look, everybody's called out. Call my name. So they said, why don't you ask us? Call us in by name and work with us and listen to us. And you might have to, instead of just trying to call in a whole crew or just, oh yeah, all the spirits that help me, please come in and help me with this. You need to learn them one by one. You need to know their name. You need to call them, because you get too scary. You get too nervous. One spirit doesn't help you with something, you go and curse the other one out. It's like if your uncle throws your sandwich away, you go chew out your grandma, and they're just like, excuse you, I don't know who the heck you think you're talking to. You ain't coming to the market with me. And you're like, Grandma, why didn't you let me come to the market? I was just telling you what you deserve because you threw away my food. I did not touch your food. I made that food for you, and you come over here cussing me out. That was your uncle. Okay, and I already got him for that too. Now I wish I didn't, because you over here talking smack, don't know what you're talking about. They're clueless. All right. Yet more reconnection from Mercury retrograde. Okay, going on here. Let's walk back a little bit. Okay. So yes, we have All the Time in the World by Louis Armstrong. There could be Leo or Sagittarius energy that you have. So y'all are just like, oh, it's fine, everything's okay. Like eventually I'll figure out the spiritual stuff. Eventually I'll figure out who, all my ancestors are, the differences between these Orisha I keep calling it. You guys are just doing the most, and they're like, how about now? How about today? Okay, because you could be Pisces too, trying to float through. They're like, you're not in the ethers, you're in the physical world. Okay, there's rules, there's laws, there's ramifications. Okay, you can't just wait and say, oh yes. Also, you guys procrastinate a lot, ignore them, banish them from helping you, and then at the last minute you're like, come help me now. And then when it fails, you blame them, and they're like, you literally had all year to figure this out, to call us in, to do workings, this and that. You either interrupt the work when we come in and banish us, or break the work that you're doing with us. As soon as it starts flourishing, you think you don't need us anymore, then you don't care about being spiritual, you try to, dip off. Or you just ignore us, until the last minute, and then try to blame us if it doesn't go perfectly how you wanted it, as if it was our fault when you didn't put in the correct work, okay? They're not here for it. And I'm cracking up because your Strange Planet card, the little alien comic card here, you know how sometimes when when your family member's cutting up, you'll be like, that's your uncle. Like, you'll tell your other family member, no, you'll tell your cousin, that's your uncle, that's not my uncle. That's what your ancestors, your spirit crew's doing with you. They said, I confess, I cannot tell which young being is ours. It says swap one. So sometimes they feel like we're just going to swap you out because we cannot even deal with you. Okay, we don't even know. We can't deal with you. You ain't ours. Kicking us out the house. Secrecy, okay? So y'all just might bump your gums more than you actually do the spiritual work. You might not keep certain confidences that you need to about spiritual things. You might speak something, get excited, run your mouth about it, stop doing the work on it, and kind of just blow out your own energy, okay? So you need to be, if you want to know more from them, you need to be able to handle that information coming from your spiritual crew, okay? You need to know when to not speak as well, okay? Look, at you guys have a hot finger, you have a trigger finger, okay? When it comes to your magical spell work, we need to send you to magic school so you learn how to calm it down, stop just zap zap zap. But for real, you guys have magical energy in your hands, and you need to watch that, because you be cursing things in your life and trying to overly pull rank on your spirit crew, and it's not helping. Okay, we have Judgment reverse. We have 7 of Swords, 5 of Swords, Knight of Cups, 8 of Pentacles reversed, and 7 of Wands reversed, okay? Let me move these up a little bit for your tarot. We have a few different tarot decks here. All right. So, yes, you guys just try to be prove that you're poker face with these deities. And again, they're just like, do you know who I am? With your spirit crew over here, do you know who I am? You should listen. We know what we're talking about, okay? We have rulership over certain things for a certain reason. There's a reason we hold rank energetically and can help you out with your decisions and help you play the cards that are dealt to you in a good way. But you're too busy just trying to, get a little dab dab and take off. Some of you, it's almost like you're enacting, you're treating like that authority issue that you have. It's like you're treating your spiritual parents and guides the way that you treated adults. So some of you were kind of like, when kids go through, not all right, because we can go through healthy separations in our parental units and it can be fine, right? But sometimes when it gets nasty and like custody divorces and stuff, how people use kids back and forth, and then the kid develops the quality to kind of be a little bit, a little bit two-faced in a way, because they know how one household wants them to act, how the other one wants, and they learn how to start just getting something out of it for their pain and suffering, okay, right? So you guys might have picked up some tactics like that socially, and you try to use these little shady social tactics with or popularity contest kind of energy with your spirit crew, and they're not here for it. They're like, do you think that we won't sync up and figure out what you're doing and how you're acting? You can't get mad at the one ancestors over there and then try to come and play, oh well, these ancestors didn't give me what I want, how about y'all, and that kind of stuff. No, even if they don't like each other, they're peeping the game, and they don't like the feeling. They don't like the way you're trying to work, the way you're trying to win and do power struggles, okay? They also don't like that, on the other hand, sometimes you have no boundaries and you don't protect yourself, okay? You just be out here waiting till the last minute, not preparing yourself willy-nilly, and then you try to help magic protect you from things that you should be, like real world shit that you should be guarding yourself, okay? So some of you are like, oh well, I don't need to use protection because I did a love spell, so I'm sure no creepers will come, right? And they're just like, hello, okay, can you use some common sense? Yes, use magical things to help aid you and help ward off these kind of people, but pay attention, okay? It's like they want to shake you. Pay attention. Yeah, so sometimes they're just like, we can't come and save you from all this stuff because you will just keep on being delusional. You'll keep, acting in little shady ways to yourself and to your spiritual crew and the spiritual world in ways you shouldn't. It's just like you have to teach a little kid, just because you have a voice, you can't go around just cussing anyone out. Some people will handle that, right? You got to teach little kids. You don't want them to get beat up on the playground because they try to go and be tough to the wrong person, right? Once they learn, ooh, I can talk smack, right? So you guys are kind of like that. You just, spiritually, that you can be powerful, but you can be very crude in it. You cannot think it through sometimes. Sometimes you strategize, but it's not the best strategy. And you really shouldn't be playing your cards that way, and you do it anyways. And you just say, shh, just back me up, ancestors, wink, wink. And they're like, child, we are not letting you complete this because no, for reasons. Y'all might be trying to get through something legally, sneak off to the side, doing something you shouldn't be doing instead of just doing it correctly, then try to blame your spirit crew because come save me, don't y'all love me? They're just like, stop, it's too much. Some of you are trying to third party people or even be sneaky or even abusive in relationships and then hope they just help you get out of it, or make sure that you don't get your reputation besmirched or something. So there's sometimes y'all could really be trying to sneak something in, and they are just like, yeah, so they got reasons. And I do feel like for some of these last things we've been saying, it's probably not going to be all things being done by everybody. It's kind of, they're throwing, I'm getting from the different spirit crews bits and pieces here and there. All right, let's get your charms. What is some more? Yeah, they don't like you announcing your moves though, okay? It's almost like, shh, be quiet. People will put some bad medicine on it. We're over here trying to help you with things. You out here running your mouth, okay? All right, so our cauldron of charms here. Let's see, for blue, or 4 with the blue face agate. I'm already getting them. Did I do that? Okay, so ego. They want you to take your ego out of it. We got the sun. I don't know if you can see it. We got the sun rune glyph here. They feel like you're losing your authenticity and who you are as you go along for the ride. You're drinking your own Kool-Aid a bit much. Again, you're not paying attention to what you create with your magical hands, with your magical voice. Again, we got the sun here. We got the sun 3 times. So y'all could have super overly open solar plexuses right now, which is still an imbalance. Maybe a Leo threw you for a loop. Maybe you're drinking your own Leonine 5th house energy Kool-Aid, okay? Maybe your sun's having a big transit. Okay, Capricorn, we do have Capricorn energy here. They're saying you need to get back down to earth, okay? Literally, touchdown. All right, you need to listen to yourself a bit more and see when you are not having a healthy sense of ego, when you're overcompensating for not feeling secure. And so you try to do some dicey, shady stuff, and you want the spirit world to back you up instead of earning your gains properly and allowing yourself to deal with your insecurities. That's what it is. Deal with your insecurities. We have Aquarius, we have Scorpio energy here. Yeah, we have a lot of fixed signs and mutable signs. We have Pisces energy here. We have Virgo. Okay, all elements are on the table pretty much. Yeah, all elements are on the table. So yeah, they just want you to build yourself authentically. All right, don't let yourself be distracted. Don't let yourself get into your desires, your root chakras and securities. Look, it flipped to a 1, me so much, difficulties. All right, and then trying to gaslight, hoodwink or whatever, you know, other people in order to fulfill that, and definitely not trying to pull it on them. They said, we know who we are. We got a mirror there, we got a mirror here checking our back. Okay. Yes, anything else? Yeah, they want you to have cohesive partnerships and connections, okay, with people you can trust around you. They want you to get back to a healthy everyday life. Let yourself be down to earth, okay? Enjoy life. Like, it's like blue jeans and collard greens kind of life, okay? You don't have to be so, some of you are trying to get too uppity, sedity, like bougie, just trying to, oh, I gotta glow up, gotta get money, gotta do this, gotta do that. And it's distorting your energy. Not that you can't have those things, but you're not doing it in an authentic way for you, and they're not going to co-sign it. So maybe your goal is even okay, but your methods right now are some madness for you, and they want you to get that figured out. Okay, they're like, speak less. Okay, internal spiritually grow more. All right, then we can talk. And keep your finger out of our face with all that banishment. Okay, they are not feeling that. Do not banish us again. Okay, so that is what I'm seeing. I hope this video has been helpful for you. Please do, you know, it's the bare minimum of energy exchange. Hit the like, y'all. Share some love. Leave some comments down below. Look, argue with your spirit crew. Don't argue with me. I'm just here for the messenger. And yes, I will pick a pile, because I feel like even if we're, you know, mostly doing as healthy as we can, it's good to have that humble heart and say, okay, when there's a disconnect and you're not coming through, why is that? Oh, I need to work on some stuff. Okay, let me listen. So I hope you guys were able to receive that message. Definitely big kudos if you could get to the end of this reading, because it was a little bit, you know, some tough to hear messages, but I appreciate y'all. I wish you well on your spiritual path, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.